Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar. We are going to be talking about the Cub Scout program. So joining me today, we have Claire Osterman. She's the Director of Family Scouting here at the Cascade Pacific Council. Her whole goal is to invite families to scouting and getting connected to the programming. She's a lifetime scouter and also an outdoor enthusiast. And my name is Simona Beatty. I'm the Director of Marketing and Communications here for the Council, and I am today's moderator. So just a couple of housekeeping things before we get into the content. We're going to ask you to go ahead and save your questions until the end. We have about 15 minutes of content to present to you about the Cub Scout program. And then at the end, we have plenty of time for your questions, and of course, we'll get you answers. And so we'll do that towards the end. Now, don't worry about taking crazy notes. We will be sending a webinar recording of this to everybody who registered, so you will get a video of this recording following about a day after today's sessions. So we are going to get started. So of course, starting right off the bat, what is Cub Scouts?
Cub Scouts is for boys and girls ages 5 through 10 in kindergarten through 5th grade. Through experiential learning, often focused in the outdoors, Scouting helps youth realize what they are truly capable of. And it's not just Pinewood Derbies anymore. Cub Scouts make friends, they work together, they set goals and achieve them, and they go on adventures.
So let's talk about the Cub Scout organization. I know sometimes when new parents enter scouting, they're like, what is all of this and how does it all work together?
The Cub Scout pack is often organized at a school or in a community organization or at a church, and the pack consists of all the kids in every grade. Each grade group has their own den, starting in kindergarten with the lion den, through tigers, wolves, bears, and webelos in 4th and 5th grade. In their Cub Scout den, the Cub Scouts work on achievements in their handbooks, and all of the activities in their dens are built specifically for their age, from learning magic tricks in 1st grade to doing more advanced skills like building campfires in 4th grade. Dens typically meet 2 to 3 times a month, and in the Cub Scout pack meetings, which typically happen once a month, Cub Scouts celebrate all of their achievements with patches and awards.
So let's talk about membership benefits. So when you join scouting, you have access to all these amazing programs and quality things to do as a family together. So Claire, talk about some of the key benefits of being a scouting family.
Absolutely. There's so many benefits to membership in the scouting program. In the Pacific Northwest, your Cub Scout can enjoy our many camps, including 2 miles of oceanfront property in Tillamook and an Old West horse camp in Scotts Mills. Through the scouting program, you can also build a community for your family. Your scout will be able to meet many friends, and at the same time, as a parent, you can make new friends.
And one thing to reiterate, so if a scout, for example, joins as a lion in the Cub Scout program, so they progress forward together, and that's the whole point. They make friends for life.
Yes, absolutely.
So let's talk about being part of Cub Scouts. What does that mean? What does that sort of day-to-day look like in the program?
When you're part of the Cub Scout program, you're navigating through a lot of different activities. They could include science and technology, gathering food donations, or learning how to go through the woods with a map and compass. Cub Scouting program is affirmative and fun-focused, and each Cub Scout pack develops their own adventure using the Cub Scout handbook.
So let's get into the cost of joining. I know this is a piece that a lot of parents wonder about before they join Cub Scouts.
Yeah, we're going to take away the mystery of the cost of joining here. So the national membership fee, which is due annually, is $33, and the local annual fee for local scouting program insurance is $12. Both of these are paid annually. Each Cub Scout pack sets their own dues to pay for supplies and activities, or they choose to supplement this cost with fundraising. As you get started in the Cub Scout program, you'll also need to purchase a uniform and a handbook for your scout, which will cost around $55.
Okay. And Claire, you're very involved with fundraising right now with the popcorn sale. Do you want to talk a little bit about what that is?
Yeah, absolutely. Cub Scouts sell popcorn to fund their adventures. And right now we're in the middle of our popcorn sale, and your new Cub Scout can jump in and get involved right away. A lot of our Cub Scout packs are actually able to fund their entire year of scouting through the popcorn sale. And a lot of our Cub Scout packs, the only time you'll pay for scouting is when you initially join. After that, you're paying for all of your experiences through the popcorn sale.
So talk about the parent role, because again, scouting is meant to be done as a whole family. So what does the parent do as part of this whole program?
The parent's role in scouting is really unique. We strongly encourage all families to take an active role in their Cub Scouts experience. Unlike sports, where there's usually one or two coaches, there's always a way for all families to get involved in the Cub Scout program. So as a volunteer for the Cub Scout program, you could help lead a den, you could be on a parent committee, or you could lead a fundraiser for your pack. Cub Scout activities are designed with the whole family in mind, and volunteering is a great way for you to be able to connect with other families.
I think one of the things that I love about our program is the fact that as a parent, I can go camp with my little one. And so that's reassuring that we're together, we're doing this family activity, and it's, you know, I get to experience the outdoors alongside my son and daughter.
Yeah, absolutely, and you can bring your other kids too.
So let's talk about safety. You know, we're dealing with children, so safety is a top priority here at the council.
Yeah, absolutely. We take safety in scouting very seriously. All of our registered adults in our programs have filled out an application and gone through a background check. They're also required to take online youth protection training, so 45-minute online training that fills you in on all of the things you need to know about protecting our youth in scouting situations. There's really clear policies in the scouting program, and there's lots of skills and leadership training available so that you understand those policies and that you're able to have a good experience with your child, especially in the outdoors.
Yeah, and one thing that, you know, we want to point out here, the skills and leadership training for adults, Scouting probably has one of the most comprehensive training programs for the adult population. Things that even our companies and organizations around the world would just, you know, are envious of the ability that we can provide some of this training to adult leaders. And it's at a very, you know, either free or at a very affordable price. So if you're looking for professional development, this is a great way also to join a community that provides that. All right, so let's talk about the outcomes of scouting. So why join Cub Scouts and why continue on to Scouts BSA and staying within the organization?
Yeah, so we're going to take a minute to look far into the future. We're going to think about your child preparing for college or preparing for employment and how the scouting program can benefit them. Scouting builds a foundation that your child can stand on to embrace opportunity and overcome the obstacles in life. And it's through the skills that they learn in scouting that they build this foundation. They learn the skills that colleges and employers are looking for. There's leadership skills, there's risk-taking, commitment to service, attention to detail, setting goals and achieving them. Scouts really does prepare youth for life.
So it's talking about how to sign up. So you are ready, you've looked at all the materials, you know, we'll answer some of your questions, but if you're ready to start, what are the steps?
Yeah, so step one is to find your Cub Scout pack. As we stated before in this presentation, Cub Scout packs typically are part of an elementary school or a community organization or a church. So you can visit viascout.org or cpcbsa.org/cubpacks to see Cub Scout packs in your area. On the CPC BSA website, the Cub Scout packs are actually listed by elementary schools. So you'd be able to really see where your kid goes to school and what the scouting experience is at their school. Step two is to complete the membership application. You can do this online. Step three is to pay the membership fees and the dues. And of course, most important, step four is to attend your first pack meeting and start having fun.
And also, we want to just tell folks that are on this webinar, you are going to get an email after this with the recording, but you're also going to get a personal outreach from somebody here at the council that's going to give you more details about packs that are located within your zip code. All right, so we are to the most important part, which is your questions. We really want to hear from you to know what you're wondering about Cub Scouts and how we can help you. So if you notice in the control panel, you will see a question section. Go ahead and type in your question there. Now, feel free to ask any question that you want. Since this is a public forum, we will answer questions that are really relevant to the group and to the public. If you have a more personal question to you, go ahead and ask it, but we will follow up by email with you on a personal level. So let me check and see if we have any questions so far. So let's see. Let's talk about things like camp programming. What should a parent that's new maybe to scouting expect at their first summer camp? I know we're in the fall right now, so most of us are thinking about the holidays and we're not thinking about summer. But here at the council, we're already looking at 2019 summer camps and making that a year. So if you're a brand new parent, what should you be thinking about when it comes to summer camp?
Yeah, that's so true. Right now we're kind of in the midst of heading into that holiday season, but as soon as those holidays end, it's time to sign up for our kids' summer experiences. So here at CPC, we have some really incredible properties, like we were talking about our oceanfront Cub Scout camp. There's actually an opportunity for your kids to go to overnight camp that you could attend with them on our oceanfront property. There's a really beautiful camp called Butte Creek Scout Ranch where we have a herd of horses. So if your child wants to go horseback riding next summer, you can do that at one of our council properties.
And of course, day camps are available for those kiddos that are a little maybe nervous about staying overnight, so they can try the outdoor experience without having to worry about sleeping overnight. They can stay at home in the evenings. And those, I believe, our theme this year is spy games. Is that right?
Fun.
Yeah, so each year there's a different theme, and we circulate through just so that every year if they decide to go to day camp, it's a new and fresh experience for them. Let's see, so if you have questions, go ahead and type them in. We're happy to answer. So here's a common question we get from parents. What if they want to join a different pack than the one that's located at the elementary school? What opportunities do they have around that?
That's a great question. Cub Scouts program is very flexible. It's flexible by nature. So if there's another Cub Scout pack in your area that you want to be part of that's not at your elementary school, say your child has a friend that goes to another school and they want to do scouting with them, they can absolutely join that Cub Scout pack. So if you just take a look at our list of Cub Scout packs and our list of schools, you can choose the one that best fits your family's needs.
Okay. Well, I'm not seeing any additional questions. Of course, if you have questions that come up after this webinar, feel free to email us. We will send you information in the follow-up email on how to get a hold of us. Other than that, we hope you enjoyed this brief presentation on our Cub Scout program, and we look forward to seeing you part of our packs. So we just want to say a final thank you to everyone, and you will be getting a video recording, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you, Claire, for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you, everybody, for participating.